Welcome back to another live trading session. Welcome. Beginning another trading session. Traders, hope that you had an enjoyable trading day. Looking forward to see potential move here in the market. Welcome. There was a big pullback. Yes, we can see there was a significant pullback, and that's really significant. Now at the moment the market is on a deeper pullback here, and we are looking forward to see some more. That was, if you look at that, the market has moved very strongly and then slowly rejected again back below, and the market is very random. And if you look at that overall, it is start to trend again here, that you can see, and we might get further entry opportunity as the market trend shows that we might see a potential reaction in this market. This is the 4-hour chart. You can see the market has moved upside, and after creating an upside momentum, the price slowly breaking that low here. So this is the 1-minute chart. It's just breaking out of this local support. From the technical aspect that you can see, it is currently bearish, and we will be looking at also the fundamental and also the sentiment aspect to see that where the market is eventually heading. So let's look at here. And by the way, we're just beginning the second session after the previous one successfully closed. We are looking for the second trading session here to see overall market structure, where the market is heading. In the meantime, traders, if you're enjoying the live session, make sure you give a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel. If you haven't done yet, press the notification bell so that you're not missing any of the content that I'm posting every day. So here's the move that you can see. Here is the key level. The market is just breaking off this key level, showing up that XAUUSD may continue here back down and in the major direction of the flow that you can see here. And therefore here looking at the market to eventually, if we look at that, there is a break of support, and if this trend continues down after this initial pullback, we can look for entry for another wave of drop. So if you look at the 4-hour here, that you can see the market has tested the upper shadow, and then from that level we can see the market reacted back below here. And currently what you can see, there is a entirely, this is the 15 minutes price action, an entire break below that could result in that potential downtrending move here in this market. Now with that downtrending move, if you closely look at the price action, shows that there is a higher possibility for a downtrend continuation, and could be that the price action melting back down, and we might see that continuation even to this support area here for the longer term picture here in this market. So here's the support level, and if you look at that here, that you can see this is a key support area, and off that key support area that the price is approaching that key level, that expecting the market to respect that level and then to return back again to the major direction of the flow. And this is where we are at, to take the trade in the major direction of the trend. This is the ultimately technical analysis, and I'm going to look at now also the sentiment. If you look at the calendar here, to see where the overall market sentiment, right? So here is there was CAD CPI that we have seen yesterday, Today there isn't any red folder schedule news coming. However, tomorrow there is AUD CPI news coming, and that could be definitely because there is quite a few high impact news on AUD and USD. So gold is mostly moved by those events coming up. Therefore, we are looking at here this market to here return down back below to the support level. This is the 15 minutes chart, the candle close. Now you can see that it has formed back to back two large bearish engulfer of that level, and this two large bearish engulfer shows that this market trend is maintaining its downtrending movement here in this area. So what we are waiting for? A confirmation, right? Let's look at the sentiment. And just recently been another news published. There was a Truth Social post from Trump. Despite false statement to the contrary, Iran has fully and completely agreed to highest level nuclear inspection log into the future. So I think there are some contradictory information, but let's say that that's definitely important in terms of our sentiment analysis. And also I would like to look at what kind of the technical trend that you can see in the market. So if you look at overall, that you can see there's a pullback, and we keep eye on both the sentiment as well as the technical aspect of the market. All right, so if you look at that overall picture in the market here, it's showing that there is a potential for downside, and with this downtrending move, overall market directional bias here that you can see is significantly the overall where the market has tested the previous shadow of this level. Now looking at this market trend at this level that you can see, first of all, despite their protestation and false statement to the contrary, coupled with if you look at that, how coupled with the true beat of the fake news, which is doing everything possible to make the US victory as small and insignificant as possible. Iran has completely agreed to highest level nuclear inspections long into the future. Okay, infinity. This will ensure nuclear. Honestly, if they did not agree to this, there would be no further negotiations based on this and other major concessions being made by Iran. Have agreed to allow the Hormuz Strait to remain open with no further naval blockade. However, all ships are remaining in place should be necessary to reinstitute the blockade, which seems at this point highly unlikely. The money and sanctions that the United States Treasury is releasing goes into escrow enrolled by the USA and will be used for purchase of food and medical supplies exclusively from the United States, including corn, wheat, and soybeans from our great American farmers. These are things that are desperately needed by Iran. This is the humanitarian crisis, and I feel it necessary 12 now before it is too late. Talks are going well. Thank you for attention to this matter, President Donald J. Trump. So I think that is a statement that Trump wants to say that they have agreed, but we saw that the previous here that Iran chief administrator, so kind of confusion, but let's see that what later comes up with looking into that. Iran's foreign minister, Iran has no plan to let. So this is what we can see, that this we discussed in our previous session. So that means if we look at the overall sentimental perspective in the market, that from this analysis, that I would say that overall there is a negotiation going on, but what we can see that from the technical aspect, that DXY is highly bullish. Now especially this is the 4-hour price action. I always correspond to the higher time frame and the lower time frame, okay, and that's my ultimate secret. Thank you. So there is always a correspondence, right? So if you look at that here, the technical aspect that you can see. Now this technical aspect that you can see of this level, this is where the 4-hour bullish engulfer, the market crossed and then reacted back to the upside here. So the technical aspect that says that gold is bullish. Now if you look at that from the 4-hour chart here, that the market shows on gold that, come on, two charts, two different price action. We will be looking at one that we are looking at here, and I'm looking at this level. So if you look at that here, that you can see the market has created a strong bearish bias. Okay, so if you look at that, the price now on a pullback that you can see. If you look at that, you can see the market is on a pullback. So with this pullback, I like to delete the level. We'll be also discussing the previous price action pattern that you could see here, and therefore this is the current level of resistance, and the market has reached that key zone where we are looking at the price action to retest and then to potentially to revert back again to the direction of the trend. And here that looking at 30 minutes lower time frame shows that there is a possibility for a break below. Now so far here shows we might see now, because there is a breakup structure, this is entirely a breakup structure. Okay, so the higher time frame trend that you can see from the daily, it's bearish after this daily close yesterday. The candle closed at this level where there was a liquidity. The market has reacted back below. Now from the 4-hour that you can see, the market is doing the same thing. So therefore breaking below here can create a potential selling opportunity, especially this is now lower time frame trend aligning with the higher time frame, showing up that the market is here trending. So let's see that. Now you can see this is the current lower time frame market structure. Here is showing up that there might be a higher possibility downside movement here that you could see at this level, and with this higher time frame downtrending move. The overall earlier height here, the market has reached to this level, and I will be looking for a potential sell opportunity once the market shows that pattern here, that confirm that pattern in that area. So if you look at this level that you can see of this, all right, so as the market has created quite a few liquidity sweep at this level that you can see in this area, around 178 pip. This is the second trade that we are opening, and I'm going to go short, and we'll be setting TP1 at this level for a possible drop. Now I'm opening a sell position. This is the TP1. We'll be setting TP2 later, but let me open up the trade here so that we can have that movement. Stop loss at 4134.32, and profit target here that we will be setting below here at 4091.80. This is, I'm opening this one here, guys, with we'll be opening one trade, and then so here, come on, stop loss at 4134.32 and take profit target 4091.80, right? I'm late in my entry, but anyway, I have got in. So we have opened that sell, and potentially to be here that downside move, and we could see that potentially breaking that lower shadow. If we see that the market shows that continuation, So we look at the overall there is a breakup structure that you can see of this level, and with this breakup structure, the market, if we see the rejection of this level, that could be what I think very highly likely you could see the reaction back of this market, because if you look at the 4 hour, this is the current level of resistance line, and because the market has broken below the 4 hour level, chances for this market to return again to the major direction of the flow is what I think that is very higher, and that could be the reaction here in this market to return back down below in the major direction of the trend. So here if you look at that overall market directional bias from the intraday here to remain for the longer term, potentially to be let's say that where it is heading. So the market has at this level with this edge, and looking at the overall market trend is the key to see that how the market structure potentially be playing out around this area here. And so there is another 5 minutes candle close. So we're near our entry. Okay, so at this level we are at, and so overall, if you look at that overall market trend here from the daily is bearish. From the intraday also we can see there is a rejection. Now always keep eye for what is developing with the current sentiment. Sentiment is Absolutely important, because this is where you can see that high probability win rate based on the sentiment. Silver drops more than gold. Should we buy for long term on the silver? We can risk the same amount for our trading. Then, if we now trading gold, for example, we are risking so if we look at that here, some upside bias that you guys can see here in the video. Hey everyone, thank you. Okay, for the silver, if you look at that overall, silver is same as gold, but once you can see that that with the silver, we usually see if you look at that overall, it's just the cousin of gold, right? So I normally keep, because gold is volatile than silver, so I keep gold is on my high priority than silver. Okay, so if you look at that, now you can see the market has broken that, and potentially this is creating a liquidity sweep here. Now, at this level, if you look at that, the market is in this key area. And with this key area, that the price action shows that there is a higher possibility for this market to have a rejection back below here in that area. Already, so that's a big one here that you guys can see. Thank you. Alright, so here if you look at closely, you can see the market has approached that key area of value. And this is a key area of value that you can see at this level, which is that the market has reacted to that. Now, the trend that you can see is overall bearish that you can see off this level. And I'm on a short trade for this move. Alright, so you can see that the market has reached that a very important key level, and after creating multiple liquidity sweep at this level, what we can see that the market slowly breaking its structure. Now breaking below here, I will be betting it here. Do you with me? Are you with me? Are you with me? Do an hour. Come on. Are you in a trade? Are you guys in a trade? How many of you in a trade? Let me know in the live chat. Thank you. Yep. Okay. Cool. How many of you? That's good. Thank you. Yes. All right. How many of you can share? Cool. All right. Cool. Great job. Thank you. All right. So thanks for confirmation. We have a week November, and also thank you. All right. Make sure that place the stop loss in place. And where is the TP? TP 1 at 4091.80. This is our primary level here at take profit target. And thank you. Yes, I mean. The market has, if you look at quite a few long week candle here in this area that you can see at this level. Thank you very much. Okay, the market started to break that low here in that area, and Trump's new statement will make the gold go up. Okay. Any new breaking news? Any volatility? You mean that the Truth Social post? Trump, despite false statements to the country, Iran has fully and completely agreed to highest level nuclear inspections long into the future. And so the he has a contradictory move, but we see that already the market has made a move in the market. If you look at that, this drop, what you can see, I always look at the higher time frame, the lower time frame. If you look at the 1 hour 20 minutes ago, so 1.5 an hour, right? So how do you see the market structure? You see that this is the starting of this move. Okay, so as soon as the statement has come, the market start to reverse. So this is currently showing that it might push that price back down. All right, so that could be the happen. Is the Telegram group a paid group? Firstly, it is a paid group, but this week, you guys, it's open, but at any point it might get closed. Now this week it's completely open, and that might get started because we have a big number of people, traders, really want to learn our strategy. Now you can see that we are every single day trading on live, but that paid group is currently open for joining. But once the number of people that you want to take will be filled, it's gonna get closed. So I'm sharing the premium link here. And if you miss out that premium link, probably you don't get it anymore. So you can just get into that. And also here I'm sharing every trade breakdown as well as analysis that I'm looking to trade every single day. Now here we are seeing some consolidation, right? Usually this kind of break can result in two directional bias, but we have traded in the direction of the major trend. I joined, thank you. Yeah, absolutely, and you are welcome. For those who have just joined, you are welcome. And make sure you pinned at the top. And for those who haven't visited the website, you guys can do that. There will be a complete everything available for you to learn and grow as a trader. So you can see the market here in this area that shows that this is a trend line at the moment. On this trend line, the market shows there is a possible bias back below. And if this more straight drop back down here, that could be here. If you look at the current, there are two trend lines here, right? Understanding trend line is important. You see how the trend line plays out. There's one here. Okay, and with this trend line, which is support here, support here, support here, all right, which is down resistance here of that trend line. And once you can see the market at this trend line, support down resistance, also there is a trend line here. And with these two trend lines in this area, boss, is the premium. Okay, so the premium is, of course, it's a paid, but this week it's completely free to join. And once we have the quota filled, it's gonna go back. So I open that group because we have a really an outstanding strategy that we are trading. You guys see that every single day on live, and I'm sharing each trade, and we have a big number of traders joining. So I keep it open so that we have build the community like no one guys have seen that before. So you can join, and once this quota is filled, might be not be able to join anymore. It might get paid or it might get closed for some time. So the link is below. For also I have shared the link in the premium. Thank you. And overall, the market here of this shows that this is a so now it's forming a doji that you can see. It's pretty interesting doji that you can see off this level. Thanks for clarity. Absolutely, you're welcome. Okay, with this long pin bar that you can see at that level here. Okay, so you can see that this is a pretty long pin bar, and of this pin bar that the market to here return down, that you could see the market structure to maintain its bearish momentum, and we can see the price slowly creating that structure down back to the direction of the trend. We're getting to our entry. Yeah, we are looking at that here, and yeah, we can see that downward pressure and just been entered into the profit area for this trade. And we might see that potential now significant bearish bias that could see coming back potentially below to create a new lower low. Young man, there's thank you. No, absolutely. We just want to build a community where they can transform their life and also transform the life of the others, right? That's what we want to do. And we have, I have traders who are trading with me since 2021 when I first started this live session, not trading. Trading is from the past, and who are still progressing as a trader, still making consistency in their trading. Okay, if you hold on to something long enough, you're gonna get it. That's what trading is, and that's what I tell you guys. Don't take it too hard. Just take it softly. Do what you are doing. Go where you are going. Keep aside each day some time for live session, for learning, for trading, and then forget it. Right? Give yourself to somewhere else, and then each day keep consistency. Do it for years, and at the end you can find something that you can hold on to for long enough. Okay, that's where the goal is. Now the market is moving here. Thank you. And all right, so here is that the market moving in that directional bias. So you can see from here, price slowly building its momentum back below here to the support area. And currently we are running, this is our second trade on our day trading group. That means in our intraday group. And with the second trade, the first one we have secured with, I've shared already the first one in earlier trade. Some of our live trades here, and also this is the last earlier open today, just over 150 pip. And now we see that the pullback here at the moment. So if this pullback fails, we could see that means that the trend continuation. Okay, now that trend continuation, thanks for motivation 100%. Yeah, you're always welcome. Now it's needed, right? Especially in trading. Some profession, some work need really good boost of motivation, right? Have you ever done workout? For example, if you go to the gym, or if you want to be a marathon runner or a sprinter, that's really need a lot of motivation, right? Especially in gym, if you want to start, especially if you're beginning, even experience, if you are regularly going to the gym, even if you're an experienced, still you need that kind of boost to keep yourself up, right? And these are some of the things that really trading need a really boost of motivation to keep you in that, because usually these things such as gym, trading, and the things that requires really hard work, the brain resists them. Is because it's not matching with the current like the habitual thinking pattern, right? Please keep up your good work. Thank you. Welcome. Thank you. And here at the moment, we can see the market is from this support slowly trying to break above, and off this you could see the market to trend back down in that area. So now it's trying to push back again to the upside here. Now this is the critical point. This is the critical point here, the market at. What is the current sentiment going on? It's important to look at what is at the moment where things are heading in terms, so you're not falling into sudden breakout. Please keep up good work. Thank you. Yeah, absolutely. With all of you guys, and absolutely, I would also invite every day to join the session where you can keep speed up your learning almost 10 times once you join the session, and you can look at all those factors. Because just a quick question, don't the 4 hour that just closed confirm bull bias? Let's check it. I think 4 hour in my in trading view little different. Might see other platform closed, but what you can see here, in my knowledge and understanding, this market from the 4 hour that you can see is very highly likely to deepen further here. The reason is 4 hour. Let me tell you guys why I think so. You see, this is a long wick doji. I'm just putting circles so you understand what I mean by that. Now these two circles are important if you look at that. Now why these two are important? So if you look at here, this is a long wick, very large long wick candle, okay, which is pretty long wick candle, and each candle carry some information, okay. For example, candles on the cake might be the birthday information or some other celebration, right? So if you look at this candle, that you can see the green one here is tested this previous support here as a resistance, right? And sharply this 4 hour price action that you can see, and this one has an identical relationship to it, is a large 8-year candle form that support. The market has straight gone back to that support on resistance, form another long wick candle followed by rejection. Now the next one also has an significant information is after this narrow green doji, the market has crossed that high and then entirely broken back below. So these two candlestick pattern shows that there is a selling pressure. Now if you look at the current session, also creating the similar price action with this doji, the market has crossed that high, and then if you look at that, getting the reaction back below, which has the 15 minutes also closing, and with this 15 minutes candle close, the market may here this candle close can result in another bearish candle here. So keeping eye on that, on current news on this one, on geopolitics and other factors, that if you look at, So you can see the market slowly breaking the structure back below here. And that break of structure could be that the market to return again back here. Okay. Yeah, we can see that break below. Successfully broken back below, which is shows that continuation. And I'm happy to run some good profit now at the moment with this trade. Thank you. And in the meantime, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, you can do so. And also I would highly encourage you to follow along every strategy, every trade analysis that I'm posting in the group. That will change how you look at the market. Along with the premium group is paid, but this week it's completely open for free to join for lifetime. And this is the last week, just to announce you that you guys will be able to join completely for free. So it's a great, because there is a lot to take from here, and those content that you will see later will blow your mind, because I have integrated every bit of knowledge that I gained throughout this long journey as a trader. Also, I have included everything that I have learned from mentors as well, which I can share, not all the things that I am able to share. So it's gonna change how you look at it. And also there is something that you need for the future as well, such as the trading tool, the advanced trading system, advanced trading education. So that's how you can entirely transform your trading to take it to the next level. So here if you look at overall, in this zone here, the market shows price action pattern. If you look at that, there is a chance for the price action to have that downside movement. Now the trend continues. So the main points to look at, that the trend continues. So this is a long doji that you can see here at this level. The market structure shows that pattern. Quite a few long week candlestick pattern. See then multiple doji from the 1 minute. Pull back here, and it's almost 100 pip moved, and the market is pretty flexible now at the moment. If you look at that, there is a trend line. See that market has come back to the trend line again, and it's question to see either the market is respecting the trend line or coming back down. I'm just having a quick break for a minute. It will be back. Trade is on. So all right, so here is the market had a breakout. I'm looking sell at 4129. What kind of position size do you normally trade on the live? Okay, so the position size is that I use is entirely based on the risk settings. Okay, I don't trade the fixed lot in any strategy. Okay. I always use risk-based position sizer. If you don't have a position size calculator, you can have one. It's available in anywhere. You can get one with us as well. So the position size is entirely depends on your risk settings. Very important. Position sizing is also depending on what kind of strategy you're trading. So you can see here, of this, the market started to trend back down to the support. Looking forward to see another wave of drop. If we see successful drop here, around 200 pip, 30-minute candle close and shows that possible potential for bearish move here in this market. So if you look at that here, the market trend shows that this is in a downtrend and could continue to drop back down here below in the major direction of the flow. Okay, so if you look at that here, that the market is breaking that low, and you could see that continuation back below, and if you look at that breaking out here of that. It's just now breaking out, guys. This is there's potentially a reversal here. Okay, let's see that what you can see at this moment. Okay, looking to see if that's getting a rejection, and getting a rejection can create here an entirely downside momentum. Now, the market has reached the top here, and it's a very critical level. Now, of this level, if we see a successful break below, can be a false breakout, and in that case, we could see the market to again come down to the previous area of support. Is good reversing. So to see. Now from the 4 hour that you could see, for me this is still a downtrending price action, unless there is something happen very unusually. Micro when it could be, yeah. So the market is in a really critical level here, and it can be an entirely a false breakout, and the market still can come down here back. So here at this level that you can see of this is a key area, and we are looking for a possible reaction back in that zone here on XAUUSD. So now at this level, if you look at that, the market it's trying to create an inward head and shoulder, okay? And the market dropped here, but now at the moment, so let's see that where the price action might be heading. From the intraday, from 4-hour chart that you have seen, there was back-to-back 2 dojis here. This is almost nearly to close, candle close, and I think that if this 4-hour even candle close as a doji, there is still a higher possibility to turn down this market back below. Okay, so we'll be looking at here. Okay, so here if you look at that overall, the market in this area, this is an initial move here, and with this movement overall the market at this red candle, it might create an inverted head and shoulder. So I'll be looking to see that how the market structure creates that price action here. For me, if you look at that, we have another nearly to 15 minutes for this 4-hour candle to close, and if this 4-hour candle closing as a smaller green candle, there is a higher chance for the next one to remain in the flow. So I'm still holding this trade. You can see that we had a previous one massive winner. This one also moved almost 100 pip, but I've taken the short, there is smaller profit. We'll see that where it is heading, and that's where to kind of close as well. If that's the case, we might see that continuation here back below in this area. So we are looking at here from this high, from this top, to see a reaction here back in this area, a reaction back below. And off this top, you see that before the candle close, we see the rejection entirely back below. We might see that creating a new lower low here in this area. So last 15 minutes before this 4-hour candle close, and we might see, if you look at from this support, the market is heading back. So if it is going to create a new higher high, you might go to the stop loss, but if it goes to the stop loss, I'll be happy to open again sell off this, because the market is still in a downtrend. But I will not move the stop loss because we can re-enter at any point if needed. Have some gap here, 10 to 15 pip. Now there is a large pin bar at the top, and So the 4 hour is closing in 10 minutes, and which I would say there is a pullback. You're out. But I will be re-entering. This is an important trade that you could see just has got penetrated above, and that if you look at that 4 hour, the price action going to for me, I think this is very high possibility that the market will be so as you can see, this is the 30 minutes move entirely. I will be re-entering again. I'm preparing. We had almost 120 pip, and when you have a bigger profit target, sometimes some trade you need to let them be a sell down. Now the 4 hour close that you can see, this is the 4 hour price action, which is there is a strong drop here in the past two back-to-back narrower green candle, and this is a high possibility. I think that with candle close, there is a high possibility the market to have come back to the support area that you can see. So if you look at from this support here, that the market is approaching that level where previous area of value. And I'm preparing for re-entry once we have nearly 7 minutes for this candle to close. It's approaching that 1 hour 20 EMA. The market might be going to retest that 1 hour 20 EMA. So it's just pushing high here, and The price almost reached that 1 hour 20 EMA. So liquidity take. Yeah, this is a pure liquidity sweep, but usually this kind of liquidity sweep gives you better trade setup, because after this move, as the market, if you look at that, this 1 hour candle is an entirely break of structure of this downtrending move, and I will be holding this trade. You know, if you look at that overall 1 hour move that you can see, and here the market in a comparatively better position for an entry. So if you look at that here, I will keep here, you know, I can't keep too large stop loss. We'll be keeping around 200 pip, and this trade that I will be holding to this support area, which will be around, if you look at that, 430 pip stop loss that I'm taking. All right, and as the candle close coming, the chances for this market to have a reaction back below is higher. So I'm looking the stop loss here at 4160, and if it is not very suitable for a smaller account, profit target will be taking only one profit target. It's a high probability trade that I'm opening for another wave of drop. So I have opened sell here, and this is, if you look at that, the overall market trend here is the market has broken that high with the 4 hour close, and I'm on this sell trade. and it's coming 4-hour close that you guys can see here. And with the 4-hour candle close, they're looking forward to see the market to here eventually to come down back below to the support area. So if we see that we are on, this is a short trade that I have opened, and if you look at the overall trend, this is still valid. If the market reject of that key level, that means of this resistance line, if you look at the market rejecting of that resistance level, here we could see creating even new lower low, and that's why my profit target is at this level, because the 4-hour close. And if you look at that here, that back-to-back 2 4-hour price action, and usually the market after 2 sessions of bearish move, the price action could, because the market is reaching a very important zone, and we have quite a bit of gap here for in case the market wants to go for deeper liquidity sweep at this level. Good luck, thank you. I mean, also okay, yeah, this is what I'm looking at here, that if this move, that you can see the market in a very critical level, and if you see that this is a downtrending move, and after the previous sessions it was a very high probability move down, but we see the upside here, and I think that upside is pure liquidity trigger and could bring that market well back again below here as per the price action. Is there any breaking news? Always keep eye for any update. Look at that here, global imbalances, growth and stability. The Iran has no plan to let IAEA inspectors visit nuclear sites. 30 bp. Okay. Iranian ambassador to the UN in Geneva cannot confirm statement made by the US. Okay. So I think this is just recently developed. Iran's first news citing military source. Only a certain number of vessels per day are allowed to pass Strait of Hormuz. So that means that Iran is still on trying to control that. As per this news that you can see, what else we can see in the recent time? Iran says they are committed to ensuring safe passage through the Hormuz Strait. Statement, okay. And so there is another key points. While you can see the market is trying to trend. US issues sweeping Iran oil sanctions waivers, unlocking billions of revenue for Tehran. Okay, so the market must fall before the renaissance can rise. What is that? The market must fall before the renaissance can rise. We are closer to the fall than most realize. US fights with Brazil for China's giant soybean market. Okay, so it's looking for liquidity. 4150 will fall after that, it seems. Here if you look at the market at this level, trying to grab that liquidity of this, and I think if you look at that, there's a consolidation. And you know, this breakout to the upside here looks to me that it's potentially a breakout structure, because you see that initially we saw one breakout structure, the market dropped to that trend line, okay, and it straight broken back to the upside again. And when you look at the 1 hour move, usually more often this 1 hour move that you can see, it's a one single move without any pullback, and it's straight to the 20 EMA. Very high chance for this candlestick pattern to return again below. And once it return back below, you could expect here like that something that I would say, you know, even coming here. So there is a very high chance to take this move in that direction of the major flow. Risk management is key, because once you can catch that, it's gonna keep moving in that direction, which is very important to look at here. Double top, 1 minute. In the 1 minute, I don't consider it as double top yet. If you only look at the 1 minute here, this is a breakout structure. You can see the previous resistance level is at this level, and the market has just broken above at this level, okay, and with that break of structure above at this level, there's a higher chance for the market to trend back down here. So it's approaching that key level that you can see. In a very key level the market is at. So we look at the 1 hour again. And you'd see that the market can get a rejection at any point in time. Okay, so getting some significant rejection. So this rejection that you can see is key to look at. And of this rejection, as the market is reacting to that, you would see the price action to return again back down here to create that movement here. And so here we are running the second trade here, and at near the entry had little ambitious profit target. So because if you look at that, once this market breaks below, you're targeting here 470 pip. It's quite a bit of move that can expect if the market breaks out, and I think that it's gonna straight continue to drop here, and it might be complete waterfall back down below to the support that can happen here in this market. So we'll see that. Okay, so here is what we are looking at that level. It's coming down here, guys. I want to take this trade with you. If you are trading with me, make sure you like and also subscribe to the channel. If it successfully drop here, we'll be able to get that full breakdown, 450 pip possible to move down back here, and that's gonna be huge if successfully move. Looks like that the market might be remaining here bearish, because this is a long-term downtrend that you can see. I think will reject from 4169. Yeah, this is what you can see, might reject from that level. And So what I think here that might create, if you look at that, a potentially a head and shoulder. Now if that creates, we can look at this market to have entirely a bearish rejection of this. Okay, so here is, thank you. Okay, this is currently, if you look at that, a head and shoulder, and can create that pressure back below of this head and shoulder. Could be. Okay, what is your TP, sir? I'm here. Okay, so the TP is little bigger, 4094 level, little bigger TP, but I think that it's worth taking, because if the market breaks below, it can potentially cross 4090. Don't you think so? Share your feedback. It's getting a smaller narrow candlestick pattern. Thank you. Yeah, it is creating, if you look at that, potentially head and shoulder. And I'll keep this trade open if you guys looked at, and we'll be waiting for the next move. And I'm keeping this trade open. If you look at the 4 hour here, the candle close, and looking forward to see the price action to have that downtrending move back down in the direction. It is a risk managed trade. Everything is set in the right place now. For the next entry, or what we will be doing with this trade, also will be posting an update in just a matter of a few hours. So I would highly encourage you to, if you look at that, watch that update. And due to the time limit, I'm almost at end of this session, but I will keep the trade running. We are almost at entry, so we'll keep the trade running, but there will be an update in just shortly after with this trade, and also there will be update in the group. if any new trade that I am opening. So here it may form a head and shoulder, and I think the market may here break below, and if it breaks successfully below, it is not unusual to see the straight drop down here. So you have target here for this trade around 440 pip, and I'm keeping that same target level. Thanks for joining. We had 2 sessions today. Also there will be another 2 sessions tomorrow as well. I would like to see there guys again trading live. Here ending the session, but trade is open. If you haven't managed the risk, we are at entry. Then I would say that if the market, as soon as the market come to the profit area, now the market in profit area, okay, so for me it's little up, but depending on your entry, it's approaching the profit area now. If you haven't managed the risk, then I would say that you can reduce your size, so that, because you know will not be on live, so that you don't have to do anything if you haven't done it. So that being said, thanks for joining, and I'll see you again very soon trading live. Until that, stay well, stay happy.